Some students find themselves on the brink of flunking out and want to know how they can turn things around. Let me tell you about a student I worked with where this was the case. Ivan was struggling in his classes to the point where he had 2 quarters in a row of not passing the majority of them, and he was on academic probation. He was feeling completely overwhelmed, lonely, and really believing something was wrong with him, and he just could not stop the cycle of procrastination and avoidance that ended up resulting in him failing his classes. As many do, he believed he was lazy, and this cycle continued to lower his self-esteem, which did absolutely nothing for his motivation, and he was in a deep downward spiral. In order to rebound, Ivan needed to understand that his procrastination was an unhelpful but tempting coping strategy for discomfort. His work was causing him so much agony, conflict, and self-doubt, he was choosing not to face it. The unwillingness to face the work and the moderate discomfort that led to an even more severe despair and discomfort later on. It was nearly impossible for him to see the choice he was making at first, the trade of temporary relief for moderate discomfort for greater despair later on. He was so used to believing he just needed to be better and not seeing how this narrative about himself, the ridicule, was causing the problem, and a different narrative where he could objectively examine his decisions was the roadmap out of his suffering and struggles. He needed help to stop this cycle, and with support, he was able to start thinking about his decisions differently, leading him to make different decisions and actually having different outcomes. And after a couple of quarters where he had been on academic probation and on the verge of flunking out, he was on the path of passing, enjoying his life, and feeling good about himself. To rebound after nearly flunking out, you need to see how the choices you are making or are not making are impacting your life. You need a mindset and an outlook shift from believing you are lazy to recognizing what you are doing is not serving you. If you need help with changing your mindset, getting out of the procrastination avoidance cycle, changing your relationship with yourself, and want to have a real rebound after nearly flunking out, see how to get into touch with me in the link in the bio above.